Hi, it's B with your usual Wednesday Literate Fools. This week I read Ghosts in the Snow by Tamara, Siler Jones. I'll admit that it took me a bit to get into the story. At the beginning, the pace was a bit slow, and I didn't really see why I should be interested in the characters. I suppose I should explain. It is, as I mentioned last week, a fantasy crime novel. Fantasy forensic science. A bit. Thankfully, they didn't push the science too heavily. I did feel that some things were a bit inaccurate, but there are things that I probably wouldn't even give much thought to if it weren't for the fact that I'm pretty deeply fascinated by Merlin right now. Little things like the type of pie that they had, or having forks, or switchblade. It seemed a bit unlikely, but I did enjoy this book. Once the story got going, once I was introduced to more characters, specifically the pages of the man investigating. I also was interested in some of the servants, but not many. The writer was actually really good once she got going. Right at the end, not only could I not put the book down, from the time when I got about 100 pages in, I had a hard time putting the book down, but at the end, I was feeling ill because of the book. I was whimpering and going, no, that can't be what's happening. I must read more. And when a book can make you do that, you know that it's a good read. It's a quality that I don't think can be defined necessarily, but it's a sign that you've got the spark of a writer, that you know how to tell a story, a compelling story, and that's really the important thing with being a writer. I enjoyed the book. I do feel that the execution of the villain to the story was not perfect. In fact, I felt it was exceedingly flawed. But that aside, it was good. And also, these days, I'm much more interested in a different way of portraying villains, I suppose. I'm rather bored with the usual, well, this person's insane or evil approach. I want someone who calmly and logically believes him or herself to be in the right, to be good and just and doing the only thing that can be done. Not someone who's boiling with religious fervor or some kind of blatant insanity. I want to know that the villain believes in his or her own virtue, I suppose. We've determined that I'm secretly a cartoon character, which explains so much. I got Season 1, Series 1 of Merlin on DVD, marathoned through it with Jess over the course of 2 days, and now we need to watch bonus features, which I'm not sure when we're going to do, because now she's back without internet. Have plans to hopefully watch Merlin with Stray over the next few... Oh god, it's going to take us months, isn't it? But yes, I have hopes to watch Merlin with Stray, which will be good. I have been watching a few too many YouTube clips of John Farnham's You're the Voice being lip-synced by Bradley James and Colin Morgan, Arthur and Merlin from the show. I've watched clips of Bradley practicing with his sword, which, yes, I want to learn to do tricks with swords. I'm exceedingly clumsy. That won't go well. In the past week, I killed my headphones, which was really quite sad because I like having music at work. Managed to gimp them along for actually almost a week by duct taping my MP3 player to my chest with the headphones wire positioned just so, and it was kind of cool because it was like I was being wired to be a spy, which is also kind of awful because then I had duct tape glue all over my chest and had to scrub it off, and that's a pain to scrub off. But I finally got new headphones, and I swear I'm going to treat this pair better so they last more than a couple months. But I think I always say that, so we'll see if that works. I think that's about it these days. Oh, well, and obviously, as you can tell if you've watched this long, my accent has been going all over the place. It's a side effect of, partly it's a side effect of a wandering mind, but mostly it's because I've been pretty well immersed in Merlin lately, which means that the voices in my head have changed. Can't say that without sounding like a crazy person, can I? Oh well. I promise I'm mostly harmless. Like Earth. That's not true. Earth is not harmless. It's just self-harming. Like an emo kid. And I will see you next week. Have a good time and keep reading. Bye.